All right, thank you, Brad. Nice job, Elaine, Kendrick, Coach, and Preston. Great job. And we've got one more success story, so to speak. And you know, we all practice personal development. It's part of the journey to get better as individuals and as associates. And you know, when you practice personal development, you never really know where it's going to take you, where it's going to go, or how far that ripple effect will go. So just to kind of give you an example of how that can play out in the family, I'm going to turn the call over to Gastonia, North Carolina, or I should say up to Gastonia, North Carolina, to my good friend, Mr. Bill Guyther.
Hey, thanks so much, Chip. And you're absolutely right, man. You just never know, who's listening, what the ripple effect is, who you're going to reach. And the absolute most exciting thing that's happened in my Legal Shield business in 16 plus years now is to see that my daughter, who was born into the world of Legal Shield, has been hearing all the personal development and all the philosophies and all the teachings that we've had here in the world of Legal Shield. And at the age of 14 now, she is proving to be an incredible young lady, and I'm very honored to have her be speaking on this call tonight about something that she's done recently. So I'd like to introduce everybody to my daughter, Kylie Guyther. So Kylie, over to you.
Hey, Dad, thanks. Like he said, my name's Kylie Guyther. I'm 14 years old, and I'm just going to be talking about some steps that I think you can't really be successful without. So, I started doing this thing called 7 Days of Success on my Facebook page, which was basically last week, each day of the week, I did one thing that I didn't think you could be successful without. The reason I decided to do this is because I was scrolling through Facebook one day and I just saw so much negativity of people, I can't get this job and I didn't reach my goal to this and, blah, blah, blah. And to me, I was never raised like that. I was never raised like, I can't get this job. I was raised, find a way to make the money. So I figured, why do people do this? Why do people feel the need to do this? And I was like, well, maybe because they don't know. They don't understand. They don't know the things that I know. So I did this 7 days of success to open people's eyes. So the seven steps to success were these. Number one was positivity. I don't think that you can be successful without being positive, because I think that if you live your life with a negative mindset and, just go through life, as a negative person, nobody will want to be around you and nobody's going to want to help you reach your goal, and you just don't want to be a negative person. So, number two is determination. I think that you need to be determined in what you're doing. It doesn't have to be your number one priority, but it should be one of your top priorities. You need to go all in what you're doing. One of the examples I used in this post was, if you're really hungry and you eat half of a sandwich, you're probably going to only be half full. But if you eat the whole sandwich, you're probably going to be all the way full. So the same thing for determination. If you go all in, you'll get the full effect. And if you go halfway in, you'll get a halfway effect. Number three is goals. I don't think that you can really be successful without goals because, you have to have something to work towards. I think that your goals should be written out. I think that they should have a due date. You should have a time where you want to reach them, and you should talk about them like you already have them. You should put them out to the universe like you've already reached your goals. Number four is having a strong team or support system. And by this, I mean, the people you hang around most. So if you're hanging around 5 people that are negative and, are lazy and don't really want to do much work, chances are you're going to be negative, lazy, and not want to put much work in. But if you're hanging around people that make $500,000 a year and are really successful, chances are you're going to make $500,000 a year and be really successful. Number 5 is the I'm going to do this no matter what you say attitude. So by this I mean not necessarily I don't need anybody attitude, but if somebody doubts you and, you feel a little discouraged, maybe just, show them instead of saying anything. If you have somebody tell you that you can't do it, don't really say a word, but when you're up on the Legal Shield stage giving your $100,000 ring speech, just kind of, give them that look. So number 6 is nobility, and, I think this one's a really big one because I think that you should have a noble cause. You should have, something more than just, hey, I want to make more money. You know, it should be stronger than that. Obviously, everybody in Legal Shield knows that, because not only do we work as one big team to help everybody reach their goals, but we help so many families with legal issues. And last but not least is number 7, which is your why. And I think this is the most important, because you need to know why you're doing what you're doing. You know, I know my dad's why is to give me and my mom the best life that he could possibly give us, and he's doing a pretty great job of that. And, you know, I just think you need to have a very solid, strong why, because you need to know why you're doing what you're doing. So those are my 7 steps to success. And, you know, I just want to thank everybody that helped me get there, all of the Amelias, Mike, Steve, and Kim, and my parents, because, you know, I've been going to Legal Shoot events since I was 5 and 6, and, you know, they had been putting these things in my head, and I didn't even know it. And, you know, now that I do know it and I'm conscious of it, my parents are still putting them in my head, and I'm so grateful. So back to you, Chip.
Well, great job, Kylie. That is very impressive, and, you know, that's just awesome. That was awesome. And all of our success stories were great.